sheet. It says we're live.
It lies. All right. As always, keep the cool air running. Donate or buy some of this stuff back here. Your choice.
And it's KO-FI, not KD.
Because I can't read.
Meh. King Harvest Coffee. Let them know you heard about it here. And Jonna, for some reason, had a sticker that I had to upgrade. Also, fair warning, my general mood today.
Yeah. And on that note, we are also joined by Cedar and Kortnee, who are both head down on their computers.
Kortnee's hiding behind her hair.
Kortnee got a haircut.
I love the Holy Carp sticker on her.
I got that from Maggie. Isn't that great?
Oh, sure too.
We will not make any comments about hair
Or lack thereof.
or lack thereof. Yes.
Yes, I have.
Because we're surrounded by a redhead and a brunette and, well, another redhead who's
Who's undercover?
now.
Yeah.
And Dryad. Look out
Yeah.
for the Dryad. So
Yes. I have Holy Carp and Happy Llama Loves You. I got
Happy
both.
Llama. Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
those are both from Maggie.
Happy Llama Loves You.
Mm-hmm. Got me a book, and she sent me stickers with the book. I would think I was more excited about the stickers than I was the book.
Happy Llama Loves You sounds like a true crime investigative report.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be a Kelly story.
Uh,
Let's go with the ostrich one.
Oh,
yeah. And we're going to give Frank even more liver problems today, apparently.
It will be an on-the-job injury.
Frank gets to move up the transplant list today.
You know, if that qualifies as an on-the-job injury, OSHA is going to have words with us.
True.
Wait, it's one continuing OSHA violation. So.
Mhm.
Well, they kicked off Rakita Law.
Off of YouTube, yeah, it's been going on
Yeah.
for a couple days. About a week
But-
now.
He managed to get back on.
Did they kick him off again?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
I knew he'd been off the first time and that he'd
Yeah.
gotten back on. So
Ralph the Wander Llama.
It's Ralph the Drama Llama.
Yeah. Drama llamas.
Why are we talking about the theater?
I have a llama sticker.
She has a llama sticker. I thought it reminded me of a rape investigation.
Yeah. Ag, he did go to Rumble and he is still back. Right.
She found another sticker. No problema. I don't like llamas. So.
Yeah.
Llamas have attitude. Llamas spit.
Yeah.
Llamas have switchblades in their fur.
Yeah.
Alpacas haven't got a brain cell in their head. They're adorable.
Yeah.
I've actually got
They're blondes. Sorry. They really are.
a book with 3 short stories, and the whole book that I probably will not publish. Thank you very much. Is titled Bob and the Biped, and it's told from the point of a llama and his human companion going through a Conan-esque world.
Carl, that kills people.
What?
Carl, that kills people.
And the
Having a crazy.
Bob has this every now and then. He whenever he gets to spit, he loads. It's very technical. A Mark 13 anti-personnel spit, or a Mark 3 Mod 1 anti-tank spit, or it's just and they're stupid
Why are we not publishing this?
because it's got the famous line about the king being ineffectual because when he was a prince, he watched his father being beaten to death by a chainmail brazier full of vases.
This sounds wonderful.
No.
It needs to be illustrated.
No, I don't.
And Cedar's going to illustrate it for us.
No. It's very, very, very,
Ian.
yes, very Ian.
Yeah. You remember, I've read part of that.
Yes, there's that.
And it is hilarious. Yeah, nobody sees a problem with it except Ian.
I don't want to get strung up in effigy by the National Organization of Women.
Yeah,
The
well,
National
Ian,
Association of Gals.
but Ian, nowadays women don't really exist. So what are they going to come after you
Yeah.
for?
Right?
This is the same series of stories where the bad guys, and this is where I start getting in trouble, is the National Association for the Advancement of Carpathian Peoples.
I remember that one. And I laughed. You know how bad it hurts when you snort Dr. Pepper out your nose?
Look, if you don't want to piss off the National Association of Gals, just don't mention horses.
The National Organization of Werewolves and the National Association for the Advancement of Carpathian Peoples.
Yeah.
We're the bad guys in one of the stories.
Yeah. Andy, it's a book that Ian swears up and down he's not going to publish, but
Never. Sure.
I wrote it under the influence of morphine a long time ago after I zigged when I should have zagged. And if you think I'm bad now, you don't ever want to read anything I wrote under the influence of heavy opioids.
but Cedar is going to illustrate it for us. So it's already written. It just needs to be published.
Ooh,
Sorry about the buffering, folks. That's not on our end.
that's not our end this time.
No, we're good. So if it's buffering, it's not an issue from the side. So.
Yeah. Either that or Frank sitting over going, damn it, reload. I missed that last comment.
Frank spilled his vodka gimlet on the keyboard.
In other news, there is an interesting set of problems going on with the Navy right now, and that we have two carriers that mysteriously have had water problems. One that had jet fuel apparently in a collection tank, and that was the Nimitz, and the Stennis, or the Lincoln, I'm sorry, the Lincoln had a tank that was cloudy and tasted funny. So that's, yeah, neither one of those make any sense because carriers have multiple tanks of water. So the only way you could foul a tank, and oh, by the way, if I remember the layout correctly, the jet fuel tanks are not near the water tanks on the carrier.
I was about to say, I think they're fairly separate, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've read that somewhere.
Yeah, unlike the small boys. Don, there's jet fuel and water on the little ships, not the big ones. They're both pack fleet, Doug. But there are some questions coming up in some other channels that do make some rather interesting possibilities. Well, yeah, Rick, the carriers, they can make 100,000 gallons a day. A little bit more than you were making in your day. And these were not brine carryovers. So they don't know what it was. Yeah, unlikely to be accidental is pretty much the consensus right now.
Well,
I'm
a big fan of cock up before conspiracy, but man, Pacific Fleet's been having issues over the last.
Yeah, they have. But that led to an interesting set of rabbit holes for me today. And if you remember or have ever heard the story of U-505, which was the German submarine captured in World War II by the USS Guadalcanal, captained by Captain Dan Gallery. There is actually a video that was made in World War II called Away Borders.
Is that the one that got the Enigma off of?
Yes.
Okay.
That was actually filmed real time as they were doing it. And it's about 18 minutes long, and it is on YouTube now. So rather interesting to watch. But Gallery was a piece of work. He was actually part of the revolt of the admirals after World War II, which cost him his third star because he published a couple of articles in newspapers that were, let me see, how can I say this play? Not well received at all by Lewis Johnson, who was Secretary of Defense,
Goodness.
because at the time the Air Force was trying to take over all of the aircraft with nuclear weapons capabilities, and they did not want to make anything smaller than a fat man.
There's an interesting comment. David says,
Yeah.
Old NFO, thanks again for your help dating an EA6B Prowler.
Hey, you want to know what year it was manufactured?
I saw dating and I figured movie, steak dinner.
Just needed an introduction.
Yeah, the other thing they got off 505 was all the code books, which the German submarine force never changed.
Yeah.
Because they were actually lead covered books.
Supposed to go over the side.
They were supposed to go over the side, but at the time they thought the boat was sinking. So why throw something over the side if it's sinking
It's
already?
going anyway.
Yeah, Fatso and Company. Yes. Yeah, Carlton, you've obviously read some of Dan Gallery's stuff too. But it's a rather interesting look back on that time, and we're not too far off of something similar today. In all honesty, with the crap that's going on with the military. But to put a point on it, basically Johnson wanted to do away with the Navy other than as an escort for convoys. So no submarines, no aircraft carriers, no Marines. The Marines were going to be given back to the Army.
Given back to where they were part of the Army?
Well, according to people at the time, they were never actually Marines. They were really Army, just in a different uniform.
These people survived?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Marines are a lot more restrained than I thought they were.
Yeah.
They have their moments.
But anyway, you can, if you're interested, it's a pretty interesting little video to go watch. Yeah, we know they were never part of the Army, but
Despite the fact the Army did bigger amphibious landing than Marines ever did.
yeah. Well, considering that Schwarzkopf shit all over the
Yeah.
Marines in the first Gulf War.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, we will not go there. Yeah. Yeah, David, the 14 may be a sexy beast, but it was known in the military, in the Navy, as the turkey, because it was so damn big you could see it coming 20 miles away. Feared silent but deadly. Oh, bad. Eric.
Wow.
Yeah, and ALS is exactly right. Army did a bigger amphib landing. The Army has more boats than the Navy, and the Navy has more airplanes than the Air Force. That is true. And the Space Force has no boats, no ships, no airplanes, no nothing.
What have they got?
A funky song.
And potatoes.
Just
Yeah.
potatoes.
Yeah, and a budget to spend, yes. And no spaceships either. This is true.
This is the part that the fact that there's no MOS in the Space Force for shuttle door gunner just really upsets me. Something fierce.
But they've got a band. They have to play that catchy little tune.
Space shuttle door gunner.
Wow, wow, Jim. Jim might be in a mood regarding this.
Thought I was crispy. Wow.
I figured I'd get a good answer when I asked.
Yeah, and Sean points out a logo ripped off of Star Trek. Yes.
No kidding. Did they pay the copyright on that?
You know what? It's like when they named the test shuttle the Enterprise. It resonates with a lot of us. So don't be pissy about that logo.
Well, you would think that a military organization would be a hair more professional than that.
I'd be wrong.
Just saying.
I think you killed him.
I think I.
The Heimlich does not work on liquid.
You both were in the military. You actually said that. I'm astonished.
We feel the end.
You're broken.
Yes, Becky, I might have been in for over 20 years. Sorry.
No, you're not.
No. Wow.
Yeah.
You okay?
No,
Yeah,
I don't
Greg.
think he's okay.
Half my Pepsi Max went down the wrong pipe.
Military for sure.
Professional military.
Military precision. Yeah.
Ugh.
Breathe air, swallow and drink. Not necessarily in that order. Actually, DW, you make a good point. The Air Force doesn't have anything to do with things that are military. You know, they're just kind of on their own little wall out there.
You broke me.
That's a lot of Pepsi go down the wrong pipe.
Payback. By the way, Peter, thank you very much for the comment concerning the multiple rants last week. That was very well said.
What?
Peter put in a nice comment about the rant last week.
Which rant? We ranted a lot.
No, yours on professionalism.
I was gonna say, which Peter?
Peter Weber.
Peter. Precision.
You know, when we were talking about our FDR versus, you know, the psychotic types.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
He put a very nice comment in there.
Oh, okay.
You can fly that desk with the best of them. Yeah, the flying the desk is not bad. It's just the landings tend to suck. And of course, Differ goes, we have a song too. Yeah. Well, the Air Force, you know, the Navy started flying airplanes in 1908. It took the Air Force basically 39 years to figure out that maybe we ought to have an Air Force.
It was the U.S. Army Air Corps.
Yeah. Took 39 years for everybody else to figure out how to fly before they finally became an organization.
Trying to find the right hotel.
Yeah.
Trying to have room service.
Yeah. Had room service and was high enough grade to be acceptable
Right.
to the E3s.
In the Navy.
Swivel chair
sail
spread,
seven
yes.
seas in the Navy. Catch a tropical disease in the Navy.
And integrity of politician. Well, that's still a lost cause, Peter. Yeah, Richard, the aviation section of the U.S. Army Signal Corps. That's what really started the Air Force, although they hate to admit that. Of course, we make a good taxi service. We've had well over 200 years of practice. They only dog paddle if they forget to catch the boat coming back. You know, Navy's job is go in, drop them off, drink coffee, wait till they get through, pick them up, and take them back.
I have to I admit, I have to admire the fact that the Navy and the Air Force have it down pat. You go to wars, you drink coffee and throw officers at the bad guys.
Yeah. And deploying with the Marines, stupid Crayola MREs. Yeah.
The buffet.
Yeah. And you will notice they are all set up by color.
Oh, hush.
Well, you know they don't like to mix their food.
Yeah.
Well, you don't let whatever you're eating, you don't let it touch.
Yeah.
Well, individually wrapped.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, RK. The Navy and Marines had flying enlisted people and the Army. But as soon as the Air Force took over, that went away.
So I still, for the life of me, in the Fuzzy Yeet Cow Space Marine universe, piloting's done or flying's done by warrant officers. I thought that was a rule I made right off the bat.
Yeah.
Space Force, the space fighters, well, the orbital fighters, they don't do war in space very much. The orbital fighters, all flown by warrant officers.
As it should be.
Mhm.
Because they have no they have no cares.
They don't have to worry about up and out or
Yeah.
having to transfer or just the orbit to ground fighters are all flown by warrant officers.
What are you doing, Cedar?
Drawing.
Oh. I'm sitting here. I glanced over. She's taking something and going, yink. I said, oh, what?
It's digital. I can pivot, turn, twist,
Yes.
manipulate.
Yeah, the Air Force doesn't have warrant officers because they wouldn't know what to do with them.
Well, that's one of the things that annoys me about about warrant officers. I love warrant officers. One of the things that annoys me about the Air Force is they're so damn snooty when they don't have a right to be.
Yeah.
You're a bunch of kids. As a service, you're a bunch of kids. Quit being snooty. You haven't earned it yet.
Oh, that was hilarious when I went through flight training out in Mather back in the 80s, early 80s. One of the guys in my class was a Navy warrant,
Okay.
W4.
Okay.
Silver hair, the whole 9 yards.
Coffee cup.
And these Air Force majors did not know how to handle him.
Oh. Oh, no. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just ignore the fact he's there.
Yeah.
Warrant 4s, warrant 5s, if they ever Congress passed legislation approving warrant 6s it was never put into.
Yeah.
Nobody's on warrant 6. Warrant 5, the tower of power is the highest you can get. Yeah, warrant 4, warrant 5, just ignore they're there. They're busy solving problems you didn't know you had in ways you cannot possibly understand. Just let them drink their coffee and have their out of regs mustache and leave them alone.
Well, that's what had me cracking up at Third Fleet when I'd go out there for meetings, because the Army liaison was a W5
Ooh.
that had
You
been
found
brought.
one?
Huh?
They found one?
They brought him back out of retirement.
Ooh. He must have been defective. You don't usually you can't find a warrant 5.
He was out of 160th SOAR.
No. You really can't find him.
So he would walk into the 3-star's office with his cup of coffee, go, we need to talk there, boss. You know?
Yeah.
But he loved it. It was so funny to watch. He loved making his cohorts land on small boys. So he
Okay.
would always schedule it where the small boys were parked right off of Point Loma. So he could sit there in his office and watch them trying to land on the small boys. And he would critique them. And then he would call their operations office.
Yeah. There for the longest time I thought a warrant 5 was a figment of everybody's imagination. Then one walked through the office.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell's that? Don't look at it.
Yeah, Rick, E8s and E9s back in the day were the same way. You know, the hat was always in the inbox, but you never saw him.
What it's you show up for first formation and there's the 3 guys in the back, obviously hung over with coffee cups like this.
Yeah.
It's like, who the hell are they? Those are our war officers. We have warrant officers?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, never make eye contact with them. Yeah, we had we always had at least one warrant in the squadrons, and they were usually the assistant maintenance officer and knew where everything was on every airplane and where every airplane was in the entire inventory.
Speaking of warrant officers, who the hell thought it was a good idea to rename Fort Bragg as Fort Liberty?
I'll give you 3 guesses. And the
That
first-
was a rhetorical question.
Well, they're spending $22 million. And General Austin Secretary of Defense Austin was gleeful when he announced all the renamings.
Why? It's Fort Bragg. Fort Liberty is really not a good name. Plus, there's any number of Audie Murphy. Nothing's named after Audie Murphy. Benavidez. Nothing's named after him. I mean, if you're going to rename,
Well, that would mean you would name two different bases after Texas people. That ain't going to happen.
okay.
Is that a reason?
Fort Rogers would have been great. Rogers Rangers. Rename it Fort Rogers.
Currently, that would be fort at number 4 in New Hampshire.
What?
The fort at number 4 in New Hampshire is where they do all the reenactments for
Oh, okay.
Rogers Rangers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know this because Dad.
Yeah, they have to remove all the history from the names. That's what they're doing.
I find it odd. I just don't realize. I don't understand why you would name the home of special operations after some. I mean, there are plenty of special operators out there you could have named the damn fort after.
Oh yeah.
Fort Liberty.
Yeah.
Wow, really, guys?
Well, and they're going to rename ships too.
I didn't think you were allowed to do that.
Neither did I, but apparently that's also being directed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Fort Murphy, Fort Benavidez.
Yeah.
Hell.
They're renaming Fort Hood for Calvados.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Yes, Brian, it's officially been done. They are renaming the bases.
Yep.
And we're just waiting to see how many boats they're going to rename.
Hell,
And
Fort
yes, that
Hathcock.
is bad luck.
No, probably not a Hathcock. Probably wouldn't be good.
So, $22 million to do that and wipe out history.
I mean, I don't have an issue with it, but I mean, Fort Liberty, really?
Yeah.
Are they still running the School of the Americas out of Bragg, or do they move it?
That I don't know. I'm sure somebody in our listening audience does, though.
Somebody told me one time that they moved School of the Americas to Benning.
Yeah, if they start renaming the retired museum ships, that's going to piss people off.
Oh.
I'm surprised they didn't try to rename Shiloh. The interesting part's going to be, what do they do with the artifacts that are on those ships?
You don't want to know.
No, actually I do, because
No, you'll just get pissed off and you get all red in the face. You'll make me cough.
well, Shiloh actually has a rifle from the Civil War that was at the Battle of Shiloh.
Okay.
In their wardroom. That is their symbol.
Okay.
If they take that away from them, where are they going to put it?
If you're lucky, they'll hide it in some museum back room in the basement.
Yeah. No kidding.
Probably. Yeah, that's going to do real good for friggin' retention too. Chancellorsville and the Maury. Yeah. Those are the two. Shiloh is apparently still up in the air.
School of the Assassins.
Yeah.
Somebody remembers it.
Yeah. Yeah. Liberty is sailors in port. Our Marines.
Coast Guard.
Yeah. Yeah, Raptor, that's probably what they do, is toss it in the smelter because it's a gun.
Holy gods, they shut down School of the Americas? Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Facility critics have labeled a school for dictators, torturers, and assassins as being closed today. Goodness.
Yeah, Alan, I'm afraid you're right. All this renaming stems from using 1984 as a how-to instead of a warning it was meant to be. Yeah.
Western Hemisphere Institute for... Seriously? Security Corporation. Whisk. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Not my circus, not my monkeys, no more.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's run by the Defense Department, then it will be gender specific training,
Ginger specific? Hey.
gender.
Oh, gender. I said ginger. It's like, hey.
I
Der.
said ginger too.
If the shoe fits.
It's like, hey.
I don't want to take over the world.
Just a couple of souls.
I'd have to
here
run
and
it.
there.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You may not have my pen. You may have my fidget toy.
Oh God, take that away from him. We went through this on Tuesday.
I have.
I was, but it belonged to Kortnee, and she didn't want me to field stripping her. The hell is that thing? There's two of them.
Pre-decorations for your hair. Have fun.
How am I supposed to take this apart?
You're not.
No fun. This one either.
The vote is to just give you a 1911 and let you play with that.
It could be instructional. Bring the camera down. And watch it, how it goes. Comes
Show you
apart.
how an armor field strips a 1911 versus how the manual says to do it.
Right.
And with what springs go flying. And if a spring ever got loose in here, you'd never find it.
Oh no, magnet on a stick.
So handy. So
Yes.
handy.
No, seriously, I have a magnet on a stick.
And I have a full length one that you can use.
But you can never find a damn spring with it. I've tried.
Are the springs non-ferrous?
Some of them are. Either that or a little some bitches hide.
Noted.
They do that on purpose just to annoy you.
Yeah.
It's the spring gremlins. They're everywhere.
If I ever built a dedicated gun room, it would be painted white.
Yeah, white floor. Yeah.
White floor and slope to the middle.
Yeah.
So up to the middle and nothing against the walls.
Yes.
I remember when I went through 405 Bravo School at Aberdeen Proving Grounds. My first, when we got to the room where the class was being taught on the M2, the Modus, the 50 caliber, it was where the students sat was this big horseshoe shaped table, and it was the only room in there that was cinder block.
Yeah.
And I was young and innocent and couldn't figure out why. And I saw all the holes in the walls behind the where the students sat.
Yeah.
Figure out real quick why there were cinder blocks on the wall because they're easy to repair.
Yeah.
Because if you're dumb enough, for those of you who don't know, the 50 caliber M2 machine gun has a spring. And if you have cocked said machine gun and then try to pop the spring loose, it will fire the spring. Well, it will launch the spring through a cinder block wall, also through the idiot private who was disassembling the machine gun. You only have to do that once before you figure out that you need to uncock that damn machine gun before you start.
Yeah.
Before you pop the back plate.
Yep. And Richard says that he's absolutely correct. With a 1911, you can remove the mag, clear the chamber, cock the hammer, and shoot pencils out of a 1911. As a matter of fact,
That's how you
that's a
function check
simple
it.
function check.
That's how an armor, when you're not looking, function checks your 1911.
Yeah.
You'd also do that with a Browning, not a Browning, well, Browning high power.
Browning high power.
You can do it with any semi-automatic pistol. If you want to function check it and the brass isn't looking, you grab a pencil.
Yeah. Yeah, DW, that would work too. That must have been a really bad flinch, though.
Great thing with the with flat top pistols is you can fix a flinch with a coin.
Yeah,
With the M9s, not nearly so much.
yeah.
You can't get the friggin' coin to bounce to begin with.
Well, M9's a piece of shit anyway, so.
Not going there. Not starting a fight today.
I was gonna say, there's gonna be a fight club for this thing, so I
Not
heard
starting a
that
fight
one
today.
coming.
Not starting a fight.
Yeah. Well, travel safe, RK, and have fun at your concert. And have a beer for us.
Ooh.
Oktoberfest down there. Yeah, we're after the root cause most of our society problems is we're coddling the stupid people. Yeah. P-38, yeah.
Oh, the P1? I'll do you one better. The friggin' M242 Bushmaster chain cannon. Every friggin' bolt in that thing, not bolt, screw,
Spring.
machine screw, whatever. In
Is-
that damn thing is the same diameter, differing only in length.
Yeah.
You have short ones, medium ones, and long ones. And sometimes the manual of putting the damn thing back together isn't clear
Which
on the-
one goes where?
which one goes where. It's always fun when you're the last one you screw in at the end of a very long day and you're ready to go home. Bottoms out with half of the machine screw sticking up.
Oops.
And then you got to take the whole damn thing apart and figure out where you put the wrong screw in the wrong hole.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, going back to Rafter's comment about the coddling the stupid people, the idiot up in New York City,
You're going to have to be a lot more specific.
well, he is apparently disabled in the head.
Oh.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, killed a dog, poured urine over the woman that had the dog. And now the neighborhood is up in arms because, well, they want to protect him. They don't want law enforcement to pick him up.
Oh no. Oh no. He's done gone. Is this the politician, the guy with the
No.
goiter? Oh, some other numbnuts?
Yeah, that's Fetterman you're thinking about.
Oh, okay. So you got some.
They don't want him picked up because he's black.
Yeah.
And he's disturbed. So he
in
should
more
be
ways than
protected.
one, in more ways than one. Tell you
So-
what, he'll be really protected in a solitary cell at AdSeg.
Yeah. You know, it's just a matter of time till he kills somebody. And then what are they going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
They're gonna wring their hands and feel sad.
Yeah.
nobody could possibly have seen this coming. Divided by why didn't nobody do nothing?
Yep. Yeah, the whole Fetterman thing, that's just,
Whew, that guy is
yeah.
wow.
I mean, I feel sorry for the guy, but, you know, realistically, he does not need to be running
Nope.
for Senate. He needs to be getting his health
Is
back together.
Is he Senate or
Yeah, he's running for
Or Senate?
Senate. But he needs to be taking care of his health, not trying to run for Congress
well?
or the
He,
Senate.
he fits in with his idol, Uncle Bad Touch.
Yeah, that's true.
Fits right into the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Club.
Yeah, that's right, Betty.
Take another
Becky,
drink, Frank.
Yeah, Becky, you do know him probably more about Fetterman than the rest of us. You were up in that part of the world. Yeah. Yeah, Don, that's a damn good question. Law enforcement has no business in mental health issues. Then why do you keep calling for law enforcement?
Well, it's like law enforcement has no business, and I'm a big fan of this. Let's get social workers involved.
Yeah.
And then, but when you get social workers involved and they screw everything up, and then you want cops, send in more social workers.
That's my take on it. You know, you want social workers? Fine. Then you get social workers.
But when you got the 6'5" naked dude with a samurai sword and his dick stuck in a pipe running around Central Square,
Have fun.
y'all have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, he just shish kebabbed 3 social workers. Then send in more.
Not our job. Yeah, he has to read the teleprompter. He can't understand spoken speech. Yeah. Exactly, Peter. You can feel sorry for someone without letting him make everyone else suffer.
Oh, that's the thing of it. If the neighborhood doesn't want law enforcement involved,
Yep.
it's y'all's.
AKA Portland.
He's y'all's. Oh, we don't want the cops involved. Then he's yours. Oh my God, we want the cops involved. Oh no,
Yep.
no.
Too late.
He just raped an entire family to death. Well, that's on y'all.
Yep.
Fix it.
Yeah.
It sucks to be you. Fix it.
Call a social worker.
Peter says, social workers, how to make people really suffer. Yes.
I'm all about if the neighborhood wants to take care of the problem. I mean, if they don't want the cops involved, it's yours.
Yeah.
All
I don't
the
know what
way.
happened, officer. He kept falling down
Yep.
every time he tried to get up.
Yeah. And
Your
Greg makes a real good point. You saw how fast New Yorkers asked for the cops back after they special
yes,
crimes unit was deactivated. Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
We don't want the cops dealing with this guy. Then he's yours. Oh my God, the cops need to deal with this guy. No, Zippy. He's yours. But he's raping everybody to death. Not
Yeah.
my issue. He's yours.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yep. Speaking of moving on the way down here, I was listening to radio. Apparently, the January 6th committee has decided to subpoena former President Trump.
No.
Yeah.
Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah.
He says the massive undercurrent of sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
Take another drink, Frank.
You know, that brings up another question, though, talking about the FBI.
Huh.
Well, it's just a random thought. The whole Epstein thing. They have all Epstein's evidence.
They have all of Hunter's evidence.
They have all of Hunter's evidence. What are they doing with it?
Sitting on it.
Are they trying to recreate Hoover's black files?
Oh, of course.
That's not
Then
going.
wait, you assume that they stopped at some point. Recreating assumes that there was a cessation.
Point.
Yeah. I think maybe in the 60s there was for a while.
Does everybody remember FBI?
The 60s? No.
No.
For the people who weren't there.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. Get off my goddamn lawn.
Does everybody remember
Shut up,
the
kid.
60s.
in the 90s when the FBI decided to write some completely unconstitutional rules of engagement,
Oh, yeah.
which stated that any adult seen in the open would be immediately fired upon?
Yep.
In a place in Idaho, which resulted in an unarmed mother being shot through the face while holding her baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ruby Ridge.
And they took the douchebag responsible and protected and hid him.
Yep. And promoted his ass.
Apparently promoted his ass. Lon Horiuchi, by the way.
And then H&S Precision was stupid enough to hire him as a spokesman.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if they hired him. They used a quote for him in their adverts. That backfired. And then the FBI, during the whole Waco thing, there was this wonderful Texas Ranger report detailing everywhere the FBI had lied to Congress and about what they'd done.
Yeah.
Beautiful Texas Ranger report. Them boys was thorough.
And it got swept under the rug.
And nobody bit the biscuit over that one. And then there was the Richard Jewell thing for the Atlanta bombing, where the FBI raked him over the coals. No FBI agent paid for that one. They all got protected. There was the let me see what else was. Oh yes, the U.S. women's Olympic team,
Gymnastics team.
Gymnastics, yeah.
where not only did the FBI not bother investigating, they fabricated witness statements. Got caught doing it. Nobody got prosecuted. Period.
Well, 9/11. And that points directly back at the FBI because they had the information,
Didn't do anything about it.
didn't do anything about it.
Assholes.
And the anthrax mess and Whitey Bulger.
But leaving those girls at the mercy of that predator, and then lying about it, lying to begin with, and lying later, and nobody went to prison.
Well, the FBI in their SOP are allowed to lie to you,
Oh yeah.
but if you lie to them,
And then let's see, there's the whole everything to do with President Trump.
yep,
Well, but the FBI said he's bad. The FBI's a lying sack of shit.
yeah,
Ain't it, Frank?
yeah. Can't profile Muslims. You can only selectively profile white people these days.
Oh yeah, no. You can profile
And
white people
then-
as long as they don't live on the coast.
Then there's folks out on the West Coast that were attempting to burn down a federal courthouse with people inside.
Including law enforcement, by the way.
And to the best of my knowledge, ain't nobody been sacked up for that yet.
Some, but not many.
Yet they can go all whole hog on a bunch of people that wandered through the Capitol.
Yeah.
The FBI needs to be disbanded. Period. Full stop. End of story.
Appar-
Take their portfolio, disperse it among the various U.S. Marshals offices, and kick those assholes to the curb.
Yeah, the also paying $1 million to Danchenko to fabricate the Trump file. Yeah, that came out today.
What exactly a secret?
No, they offered Danchenko $1 million to verify it.
It's news to the liberal media.
Yeah.
They won't hear about it for 6, 8, 12 months. And even then, they'll not say anything about it.
Yeah,
What? Did somebody say something about that?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
The Hunter Biden laptop, the fact of his stolen gun, which 2 years later, they're not having to move on.
and that'll be if they charge him with anything, they'll charge him with that, and he'll walk. And all the rest of the shit will be buried. We know that. Actually, Raptor, the folks in Metro DC jail are petitioning to be sent to Guantanamo Bay
So they can get better treatment.
so they can get better treatment. Yeah.
Yay.
They're locked up 23 and a half hours a day. They're not provided medical care.
I don't know about federal.
The
Lockups?
food,
They're political prisoners.
they are political prisoners. They're in city jail in DC.
Which is a federal lockup.
Yeah, technically.
DC is a federal.
Yeah.
I don't know about federal lockups, but I spent a great deal of time working with the Texas
Yeah.
county jail system. And I'm here to tell you, you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, apparently they can because
Yeah.
they still are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can. They are. They're not allowed. Excuse me. Not allowing legal representation. Any number of other things.
And then what the Governor Whitmer thing, where apparently the everybody that showed up to kidnap her was on the FBI payroll.
Yeah.
Oh, and my favorite, Garland, Texas.
Yeah, I was going to say Garland. Yeah.
My favorite, Garland, Texas, when they were busy hunting over bait, aka the Draw Muhammad contest.
Yeah.
The two ass weasels that showed up, the FBI agent that was her handler was a little late and ran like a striped ass scared little bitch after his boys got capped by an aging Garland cop.
And got caught. He couldn't even get away.
Just anyway, on to more cheerful things.
Yeah.
That was a nice little shorthand rant, guys.
FBI. I walked into the jail control room one time back when I was a jail supervisor, and there was a guy in a suit in the back writing, and the then chief deputy was coming in behind me, and I stopped and said, "Who the fuck let a Phoebe in my control room?"
Yes, it did, David.
And the FBI agent went, "What?" And the chief went, "It's Ian." I said, "Get this Phoebe out of my control room." And they got him the hell out of my control room.
As they should.
We had a rule. We had a rule that if you came to get an inmate, we didn't know you. We had to take a picture or we had to copy your ID, and it's against the law to copy FBI ID. And one of my kids didn't know that. He was 19, a jailer, and didn't know that. And he said, I need ID to copy. He said, you can't. And my jailer, being slick and upright, said, our policy is, and the FBI agent said, I will arrest you if you copy my ID. I said, if you threaten my officer again, I'll arrest you. And you can spend the next 4 hours in solitary till he gets sorted out, peeing in a hole in the floor. He said, LT, you don't have to be.
There are times.
Wouldn't be the first federal agent I threw into solitary.
Yeah.
You can always apologize later.
Well, I will have to admit, back in the 60s, late 60s, the agents did a friend of ours a good turn by getting his bringbacks from World War II registered before they got outlawed.
I'm sure some decent ones out there.
Oh, yeah, there are some decent ones. Problem is, there are not nearly enough of them.
The very first dealings law enforcement dealings I had with federal agents. Well, why is everybody giggling? So I was working at Bunksville County one night and pulled over a Cadillac that's going way too fast. And I had a suspicion. Turns out he was running dirty with a load of crack.
Yeah.
I got a call from dispatch saying I needed to come back to the office. So I hooked up the idiot, went back to the office. There was a call from the DEA saying he was a confidential informant. I did turn him loose. I said, not with this much dope, I don't. I said, oh, deputy, if you'll turn him loose, we will guarantee you that we'll get you another bust with even more. And I was going, no, I'm good. I'm good with this. Trust me. And the sheriff made me turn him loose. They said, don't worry about it. There's 129 grams here. We'll make sure double that much, and you'll get full credit for the arrest. Anybody want to bet if I ever got a full any sort of arrest from that bunch of shit weasels?
Yeah. I like Jason's comment. Arresting a few of these agents for impersonating law enforcement would open a few of their eyes. Yeah. In brighter news, the weather has actually started turning a little bit.
I'm going to have to stop wearing shorts here pretty quick. I'm just not sure how I'm going to feel about that. I had to wear jeans the other day, and good God.
I'm very sorry for you.
They're heavy and
It's weird.
yeah, it's very weird. Wear knickers for a while. Seriously.
It's a solution.
Oh, or you could go back to the the Russians. Yeah, later hoses, and there you go.
Speaking of, who the hell, what men are narrow jeans made for?
I don't know, but it's not for me. That's for damn sure.
You're talking about skinny jeans?
Skinny jeans. Yeah, skinny jeans.
Super skinny teen.
Not anybody who lives in Texas.
I'm here to tell you, somebody's been skipping leg day.
Yes.
Yes.
I went to Boot Barn to get some more jeans because I'm short of jeans. And, well, sir, try these. The hell are these things out there?
Those things are designed for vegans who have lack of any kind of muscle development because they don't have the proper B vitamins.
You are
Nice
not
part
kidding.
is,
Yeah.
like, somebody wearing skinny jeans can only assault you about being a vegan and not a vegan CrossFitter. So that's what makes it better.
Lion 0, Christians 1.
Oh, and Becky says you have to have a man bun to wear skinny jeans.
No, that's not true.
No, I've seen
One-
man buns.
One, I couldn't. This is Boot Barn, for God. I'm going to Cavender's next.
Yeah.
Cavender's, Boot Barn. It's like, how the hell am I supposed to get these on? Oh, sir, it's the latest and greatest. How the hell do they go over your boots?
You don't.
They don't. You don't wear boots.
They're worn with those little scuff-on boat shoes. I forget what they're called.
Vans. You wear with Vans.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
a,
I like Vans though.
what the hell are
Yes,
Vans?
but we're
They're-
girls.
Yeah, well, that's true.
What the hell are Vans?
They're a skate shoe. They're intended for they were developed
Oh.
for
They're
skateboarding.
they're great shoes.
They're really grippy.
And the
Okay.
company's pretty cool, I have to say. So
Yeah.
I was enjoying the conversation in book club about
Jimmy
high
Choo's
heels,
for
Jimmy
yeah.
Choo's and Louboutin, and
yeah, it's like, oh, her Jimmy Choo heel broke. No, it did not.
No, it didn't.
It did not. Maybe your 9 West pumps broke, but not your Jimmy Choos.
Yes.
So because Jimmy Choos never ever would break. So-
yes, the part about using them as ice
Yeah.
spikes to be able to get out of
Yes.
the ditch.
It's a high-
Well, seriously, you can take a Louboutin or Jimmy Choo and you can use it as a weapon. You can like shove it into their eye, into their brain.
because the heels are
It's
made
a
out
steel
of
core.
Are steel core.
It's and with a steel band, it's one piece, so your heel will never break. And not only that, if you weigh what I weigh, and you need to get somebody to hold still, you stand on their foot with your spike heel and nail them to the floor,
Literally, actually.
and then use them as one of those punching clowns, so they go back and forth.
Ow.
Well, they're
Cow-
wearing their skinny jeans.
Cowboy cut MWZ. That's just get where the hell are the cowboy cut MWZ Wranglers? Seriously. They go,
I bought Sanford a couple of pair on Amazon. And they're the old school with a really heavy denim, but wash them several times before you
Yeah.
mingle them with anything else.
Oh yeah, because
That's
they
just-
bleed
Oh, that's
everywhere.
one of the things I don't like buying clothes online.
Sanford is really picky about his jeans.
Me too.
So what I did was I bought like 6 different styles, and he tried them on, and we returned any he didn't like
I hate doing that.
because
MKZ,
because
I
it
mean,
was
that's-
because it was the middle of the pandemic, and I couldn't get him into a store.
Yeah.
And he has one style and brand he has worn for his entire life, and they've stopped making them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, 13 MWZs they've been around forever.
And the Wrangler 5-star that Walmart carries used to be just a 13 NWZ and
Yeah.
pre-wash and which that way you don't have to wash the damn things 13 times before you can actually wear them.
Yeah.
Because they're they're not soft enough to wear the first couple of times.
No,
No, but when they fit well,
Yes.
Wranglers are a joy.
Yes.
The only problem with Wranglers is the back pockets are not deep enough.
That's true. I will give you that.
Comb. I look like Scarface. You realize I do have a scar, right?
Seems to be working.
Yeah, I liked Levi's because the back pocket was deep enough that I could shove a small pistol in there and it would disappear. Cannot do that with Wranglers.
Wranglers, no. I just
But after the BS with Levi's, I'm done with them. So
there's a Vertex. Is it Vertex? Somebody's making either Victos or Vertex or maybe both are making a tactical jean that actually looks. Oh yeah, Boot Barn has 13 WZs. It's not the first thing that the what the hell ever that was that was on the sales floor handed me.
I'm trying to remember. A friend of mine was talking because we were talking about jeans, and she was saying there's a brand called, I think it's Prison Jeans out of Oregon. They're
Yes,
made in
they're
the
actually
prison.
made in the prison.
Right.
And they're really good jeans.
That
really.
was what she was saying.
Because I hemmed, I don't know how many pairs of them over a year and a half. But they're good quality, good jeans, and if you can buy them, you get them. They are stiff as a board. You have to wash them 4 or 5 times and then hem them. But they're fabulous. They last forever, and they're nice, comfortable. They're like not the loose fit Levi's. It's a similar pattern. Not the 501s, but the 503s.
Yeah.
And they're really nice. And they're not like short waisted. They have a nice rise on them that's not stupid.
Yeah.
Excellent pants.
It's just Wrangler 5-star are hard to find these days. And the 5-star, the MWZ Cup 5-stars are my favorite jeans to wear. I mean, but I'm wearing them out.
Well, Kortnee's talking about the Lees, but I don't know of any guys that wear Lee jeans.
Not anymore.
I haven't seen men's Lees in 20 years.
No, they're
Yeah.
they're impossible to find.
Yeah, Sanford wore Levi's almost all his life, and we recently stopped, and now he's into Wranglers, and that's only because I was able to find the cowboy ones on Amazon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The stack of jeans that I own in the quest to find jeans that fit properly.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was taller than me at one point.
That's a rant I could give you for like 2 hours.
And then I find a pair that fits, and so I buy 6 or 7 pairs
You buy them all of
because
them.
they stop making them a month later.
Yeah.
If I
Always.
like something, they generally stop making it. Oh, look, Ian likes what is it? Sprite Zero with ginger. Oh,
Yeah.
he likes that. Stop making it. What the shit?
Yeah, the only problem with ordering them online is you never know if they're the actual jeans or they copy.
Right.
And 2, you never know if they're the right size.
Well, that's why I did it through Amazon, and I made sure that I had all the free returns
Yeah.
ticked on. Amazon actually has a program where you try before you buy, so you
Yeah.
get them for a week, and if you don't like it, you just sling them back in the bag, and it's free returns. It's really easy, and we took advantage of that during the pandemic because, for one thing, Levi's went a little sideways, and they seemed to have stopped making the style that Sanford liked.
Of course.
So I was like, all right, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I love 511 Tack Light Pros. Best pants, great pants, especially for the transition seasons when it's too cold to wear shorts. But
John, where the hell were you finding Lee's? I've never seen them in Texas.
anyway, the Tack Light Pros are great transition season pants. But 511 was having a major pain in the butt in you could buy a 34-inch inseam that was 34 inches 1 week,
Yeah.
and buy the exact same pants, exact same inseam 2 weeks later, and it'd be too damn long. So I go to GT distributors and I try them till I find, because I've got Tack Light Pros. Some are 32-inch inseams and some are 34, and they fit the same.
Long is not hard to fix. Too short is
It
hard.
is
to
very
fix.
hard to fix.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Nancy brings up an interesting point for the ladies. Cotton undies and bras are getting scarce as hen's teeth.
Oh my God! Don't you?
Plastic is for wrapping sandwiches, not her carcass.
Mhm.
You don't want us to start about bras.
Actually, they want y'all to do
They want
A
They
bra
want
rant.
the girls to do a show.
they want a North Texas ladies and North Texas troublemaker rant on the weekend.
That sounds like a plan. We could probably do that.
Yeah, we can't do it this weekend.
Not
'cause
this
we're busy
weekend,
guys,
but-
so-
Not this weekend. We got other plans.
But no, I have some very specific rants.
And
Yeah.
if you think our rants are bad,
the number of things that have elastic added to them that should not have elastic added to them, for people who are allergic to fucking elastic. Thank you.
But
Mm,
I
Yeah.
need to pop down to Joseph A. Banks and get a good sports coat, a nice white shirt, and some pressed Wranglers, so I can actually have something semi-formal in my retirement state.
yeah. And if we go down there,
Have
we
your
can
dress
also
jeans or
get
your not dress jeans.
the patch sewn into the jacket in the right place.
Yeah. That's the great thing about Joseph A. Banks.
Yeah.
There's if when in the dressing room where the tailor is, if you look at the options, there's the leather patch for concealed carry.
Yep.
That's why I use Joseph A. Banks.
And it works.
Yeah.
Trust me.
They
That's
don't
why
look good.
that's why I
The
use them.
other option, and this actually works really well for especially like guys' sport coats, and then you'd have to have them altered, is actually to thrift them. I have gotten some amazingly good brand names for Sanford that
Yes.
were probably from the estates of certain gentlemen, but men's clothing is classic. I mean, a suit coat that looks good in the 50s and 60s still looks good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women's clothing, not so much that way.
Trouble is, I can't find a decent tailor in Wichita, and I'm not. She's busy and doesn't have time to alter a sports coat for me. Maybe after the first of the year she can do it, but I'm going to need a sports coat
So
before
can
before
you
then.
all hear the eye roll from here?
If you can't, you should be able to because it's epic.
Ag, we will make sure that the ladies do a weekend broadcast.
I need
May not be this weekend. Won't be this
need
weekend.
a
Might be
good-
next
I need a
weekend.
good sports coat in November. Pressed jeans and a nice white shirt and a tie.
And Nancy says garbage leg elastic on a lot of them. Yeah.
Broadcast? What the hell is a broadcast?
Doing
Oh,
that
broadcast.
rant.
Oh, okay.
Instead of a I like it. I mean, we could do a broadcast because we are Bunch of
Broads.
broads.
I wasn't going anywhere near that.
No.
Not
I
going
had a
anywhere near
moment
that.
the other day.
And Jesse did, and he's out of range. Thank God.
We know where he lives. We said that in stereo too. Great.
Yeah. And Rick brings up a point. Men's clothing is built for endurance. Women's is created for the year's fashion, never to be worn again.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why that is so.
That's more of the rant. So
Mhm.
It's like,
Jesse, they do know where you lived, however.
it's like women's clothing should be tailored for how it looks on the bedroom floor.
Some of it is.
Most of that
That's
is
not
itchy and
comfortable to
scratchy.
wear.
You don't wear it to work out in the garden,
with
do you?
elastic in the
And
right
on that
spot.
note, we will leave that discussion for the ladies. And we've wasted another hour of your time.
Holy gods, we have. All right then.
That's- oh God. All right, folks, we're done.
We are so done.
Uh, y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. And
Apparently, we wiped out the ladies. A lot of giggling going on in the background.
remember, don't pet the sweaty stuff. Don't sweat the petty stuff.
Be
We'll
safe.
see you next week. Bye.
Especially if it's a pissed off woman.